Gielinor, the magical world of RuneScape. It's divided into chunks for easy use. Welcome to Chunkman Dead Die Kill, the series where I conquer the landmass of Gielinor by doing tasks and unlocking chunks. Last episode we completed 3 tasks to unlock 3 more chunks. Those tasks were achieving a total level of 1550, opening another 25 easy caskets for a total of 175 easy treasure trails completed, and lastly we finished another 5 combat achievement tasks for a total of 35 completed now. Our map expanded with the easternmost chunk of the Veldib Hills, the Boneyard in the Wilderness, and finally we got the Sinclair Mansion chunk. That last chunk gave us the possibility to start the Murder Mystery quest, so that's where we will start today. Before we can start the quest and go to follow the Bard as well, we need to unlock the chunk, of course, so let's do that on the map. And now let's go to follow the Bard first. Let's see if he's just within this chunk or the next one. And apparently it's in this chunk. So let's see what kind of item follow the Bard wants for our first step on this master clue. Okay, apparently you only can do these steps if you have done some kind of quest out in Fremennik. Probably the Fremennik trials. So starting this master clue won't be for now. So let's go back to the quest we were setting out to do. Let's talk to the guard to start the quest. The guard mentions the owner of the Sinclair Mansion, Lord Sinclair, has been murdered, but they don't have any suspects, they don't know who did it, so the guard wants us to find some proof of who murdered Lord Sinclair. So let's investigate the house and the surroundings to see if we can find the culprit. We can find some flypaper over here, and this is going to be useful in the long run, so might as well stock up on some. In this room the murder happened. We see the bloodstain on the carpet, and we also see the dagger that was used to kill the Lord. But apparently it doesn't seem sturdy enough to have killed him. So maybe this is a red herring to put us on the wrong track. There's also a pungent pot over here, and it seems to be something the Lord was drinking. If we look at the window, it has been cracked a bit, and there seems to be some thread on a loose nail. I think we've investigated enough of the crime scene, and now let's maybe go and look at some other rooms to see what you can find over there. There will probably be some fingerprints on this dagger, so let's maybe try to find something of value from everyone in the house to see if we can match the prints. So let's search Carol's barrel first, and there's a silver bottle, and then Bob's barrel, he has a silver cup. Then we can use some of the pots here with flour to dust them off to make sure the fingerprints become visible. So let's first of all use the criminal's dagger on it, and then use the flypaper on the dagger. And there we go, that's an unknown print. And then if we use the silver bottle on it, then on the flypaper again, we have Carol's print, and now the same thing for the cup. And there we go, we have Bob's print, Carol's print, and the murderer's print. Now we can check if they match. It doesn't seem to be Carol. Let's try Bob. We seem to have found the murderer. It's probably Bob, but we need some more information before we can actually say it's him. Let's talk to Gossip here. The name says it all, I think, so we should be able to get some gossip out of the person here. Gossip here has heard some very juicy gossip that the poison salesman in town has gotten a big sale for some poison from one of the people here in the family. So let's maybe check if Bob bought some poison. In the Sears pub where we bought some stews from this bartender, we can also find the poison salesman. So let's talk to him to see who he sold some poison to. Apparently the poison salesman sold poison to every child of Sinclair. All 6 children bought some poison. That does seem very weird, and let's maybe ask them what they bought the poison for, starting with Bob, of course. Apparently Bob poisoned some bees. There was a very nasty beehive in the vicinity of the house, so he took care of that with the poison. Let's just check if he is telling the truth. The bees seem to be fine, so they don't seem to be poisoned at all. So with the fingerprints and the lie, it's most likely going to be Bob. Let's give all the information we got to the guard and see if he believes us, if all these clues will be enough to indict Bob with the murder of his father. And with giving him the information and Bob being detained, that is the end of the quest. A fairly short quest, which gives us 3 quest points, 1406 crafting experience, an odd number, and then we got 2000 coins as well. Short quest has now been completed, so let's finish that quest on the spreadsheet and then let's pick another chunk. A short task for a change. The quest Murder Mystery has been completed. That was our 64th, and now we have 191 landmass chunks unlocked in total. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was of course the chunk with the Sinclair mansion, which gave us the quest we just did. And now we have an option to either go to the west, which would not really give us much, and one to the north, which would also not be the greatest, I think, but we would get closer to Ralaka. Either way, the chunk picker still decides for us, so let's pick a chunk. Okay, starting off with some water. So, free reroll, pick a chunk. Ooh, that is interesting. It is the wilderness, but it is the deserted keep where we have a teleport from either Edgeville or Ardoyne. And that was also mean that we now have a pathway to the Mage Arena and the Mage Arena 1 mini quest. So that might as well be the next thing we will do. So a pretty interesting unlock. It is currently 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. So we're pretty much banking on that all the PKers are asleep for the walk to the Mage Arena. I've brought the general range setup because this is probably the best for if someone mages us. And then I've brought a super defense, some prayer potions, an anti-poison, a knife for the spiderweb, our best food, and then I also brought some snares. So if we can get a snare off, if we get attacked, then we can just run away. and log out. I have also put the player indicators on just to see if somebody is here. So hopefully we don't see anyone on our way there. So I'm also using the lever from RD instead of from Edgeville because this one is less obvious. So let's put our logout so we can have the big button and let's go. Okay, we still need to unlock the chunks. Let's do that fast. And let's go. Oh, the web is slashed, so somebody came through here not so long ago. Okay, we made it safely to the bank. Now to change our inventory to start the mini quest. This is going to be the setup. We pretty much have our best mage gear on, together with the same snares if some PKer decides to try to kill us, with the defense potion, the anti-poison and the prayer potions. The only thing that's different is that we now have death runes and air runes to cast Fire Blast. So to start the mini quest, let's talk to Collodion here. Apparently the mage arena houses the best mages in Gillinor, but to get in we need to fight Collodion first. So let's agree to fight him. There we go, right in the middle of the mage arena. We are also in the deep wilderness because of it. So if we just get attacked by Collodion, that shouldn't take that long. Okay, second form. Okay, second form down. And now we go to the third form. That's the third form down. Do we get a fourth? Yes, we do. It does seem the PJ mechanics that have been changed make it that we get a few hits in for free. That I'm not sure if that was a PKer. It's a guy doing the spells. So hopefully he doesn't attack us. Okay, that's Collodion down. And there we go, another form. I think we should be attackable now if a PKer decides to attack. Okay, and now we're in combat, so we're fine again. And that's the last form down. And we get back. Okay, we're safe. For our reward, we can go down this sparkling pool here. And we should be able to get the cape. Here we can find our cape. We can either pray to Zamorak for a Zamorakian cape, to Gutex for a Gutex cape, or to Saradomin for a Saradomin cape. I was just thinking, and we're not going to take Gutex because that item will not be helpful for God Wars. So it's going to be either Zamorak or Saradomin. And I do think it doesn't really matter because both gods have items which are really easy to get. So might as well go Zamorak again as usual. There we have a cape. Let's take a few. And now we should be able to get a Zamarakian staff as well from this chamber guardian. So let's talk to him. And there we go. The Zamarakian staff. And if we then go and look to our quest list, to the mini quest, we see that Mage Arena 1 has now been completed. With a new magic best in slot cape, magic plus 10, as we were still rocking some random mage cape. I think we were using the ham cape, so this is a very big plus. And then the Zamarakian staff we cannot use actually, because we need to use the spells first on the Mage Arena 100 times if I'm correct, before we can actually do the spell in other combat situations. But either way, that was the mini quest completed, so we can finish that on the spreadsheet and then go pick another chunk. Our 6th mini quest already. The Mage Arena 1 has been completed, and now we have 192 landmass chunks unlocked in total. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was the deserted keep with the resource area, so that gave us access to the Mage Arena. So this was a pretty good chunk, and we're at the end of the map, so it's water above it and the Scorpion Pit with Scorpia to the right, but we could already unlock that. So let's see what we are going to get as a new chunk. Pick a chunk. Oh, we get the ZMI altar with the red salamanders here, but I don't think we can get here actually. I think there is no way to go past this. I don't think there is a tile available where we can walk on. For the tile itself, this would be useful for runecrafting, but with Guardians of the Rift, why would we go runecraft via the ZMI? We can just do the minigame instead. I'm not sure if the red salamanders have a higher hunter level requirement, but we're probably not going to do any hunter anytime soon. So all in all, not a bad chunk, but also not the most useful one. For the next chunk, I was checking if we could make a level 30 teleport to go and kill the crazy archaeologist just for the 1 KC, because we do have the Dragonstone jewelry scrolls. These do not recharge rings of wealth, but they do recharge any other piece of Dragonstone jewelry, so a skills necklace or an amulet of glory, for example. The problem here is that these Dragonstone jewelry scrolls are only usable when you have completed the hero's quest. So as we have not done that yet, this is not an option. So I think we're just going to go back to the ham members, collect 25 more easy caskets, and then open them for a new chunk. We're 13 caskets in, and our next clue is in our newest chunk, so the Sinclair Mansion, and we should have everything. So if we do clue, we have the cowl, the wizard robe, and we'll have to make an iron scimitar or buy one in Alcarid. But that's a new step we can do. And that's the 25 easy caskets obtained. We started at the end of level 66 thieving, and now we are at the end of 67. So this took just over level, but not enough to get to 68. So all in all, it wasn't that bad collecting the clues. We still had to drop a lot, of course. We've got our Team Cape X on, which we got last time for good luck. If we go to collections logged for easy clues. We currently have 175 easy clues completed with 45 uniques. And last time we were extremely lucky to get a team cape, the golden chef's hat and the wooden shield golden. For the rest we have a variety of items and we're looking for a god rope top and the flare trousers as usual. Now for the opening, let's see what we are going to get. Okay, there's the rope top immediately. And then we have a black plate body as well, but that's a duplicate. Some more teleports now to Narda. A bob shirt, but it's actually a duplicate. A black plate skirt golden and a Saradomin page 3. A duplicate imp mask. Another Bob's blue shirt? That's a third one or... yeah, that's our third. And the last two were not that useful, just some more Lumberyard teleports. Not that many uniques or new uniques, but we did get an ancient rope top, which is our best in slot magic at the moment. So that's pretty nice to get. But either way, we got 200 easy treasure trails completed. That is another task to complete on our spreadsheet. And let's pick another chunk as well. Our 30-second clue task. 200 easy clues have been completed. 300 more to go until we reach the end. And that also got us up to 193 landmass chunks unlocked now. And then back to our map. Last chunk we unlocked was the entrance to the ZMI altar, which gives us an opportunity to get some of the mountains, which I think is where the underpass goes under, so under this chunk, under here, and then onto this exit. So this chunk wouldn't actually be useful, we cannot traverse here. And then the other one would be the observatory, which would be an interesting chunk, but we cannot get there. But if we would have a chunk to the south as well, we would have Castlewood, which would make it accessible. But either way, let's see what the chunk picker decides. Let's pick a chunk. Okay, a small part of water. That's a reroll. So, pick chunk. Okay, some more water now to the south. Third time's the charm. Pick a chunk. Or not. One of the water chunks that was left at Mosla Harmless. Let's try again. Fourth chunk. Pick a chunk. Another water chunk. And these two here just don't want to be unlocked. Amazing. Okay, fifth chunk. Let's go. Oh. And we get the chunk to the west of Sinclair Mansion. We get the hopper patch here, which we need for the Kendron diary. But I doubt we have all the chunks for all the tasks on the easy diary. We're getting a bit closer to the Fremnik province. Yeah, but that's about it. This chunk doesn't really have much in it. That's going to be all for this episode. We're cruising along with these tasks and unlocking more and more of the map, but there's still a lot to unlock, so next week we will continue with that. As always, have a good one and see you next week for more Chunkman progress.